Hello, Dr. Tawanna Worlds by birth, also known as a disruptor. Did you know that millions who grew up in poverty also die in poverty? Have you ever heard the saying, what good can come out of the hood? Well, I'm here to disrupt for just a minute. Yes, I was that little girl that grew up in the hood, grew up in the ghetto, single mother, absent father, eating out of the trash can just to survive. But I was also that girl that determined way back then that I was not going to become a product of my past. And now I help others do the same thing. I'm not a victim, I'm a victor. I help men and women from similar backgrounds find value in their own vault and create wealth from within. Hey, what is going on, family? What's up? Came by here real brief, real urgent, real quick. Okay. Hold on, let me go ahead and pull up what I need to pull up really quickly. Then I'll get straight to it. I'm on live. One second. I hope all is well. I want to say that first. I hope all is well with everybody. I hope all is well with everybody. This is urgent. Let me pull up what I need to. Kind of in between moving, helping this young lady moving around, trying to get situated, the whole 9 yards. But I wanted to come by here. Look, I have always served, given, helped the whole 9 yards with all my cousins, with all my in any community, but especially in mine. The melanated community, that's what I will say. I want to thank everybody who has given, everybody who has, had a heart of compassion to help this young lady. There's actually 3 young ladies. I originally came by here, just asking for help for the one young lady. But in the middle of that, there were other young ladies that came forth, said, hey, I'm in a similar situation. And if you don't mind helping, somebody's family. I mean, pause this so y'all can these people legitimately. Okay. So I came by here a couple of days ago asking for some type of assistance from people that I have supported. I have never came on here and asked you guys at all for anything that pertains to me. I never have. Because God is my source, and at the end of the day, I've sowed enough seed, all of that stuff, to where He takes care of me really well. So I've never had to come by here and ask, any of my cousins to donate to this or give me this. And I think I have put out more. It is better to give than it is to receive. I think I have put out more, information, education, resources, tools, allow people to get into programs for the free 99, just serving. Okay. I don't need to sit here and make this video because it's going to be real short. It's going to be real sweet, but I want to say something because this truly breaks my heart. If I am sowing into people's lives, whether it's my time, whether it's my expertise, it's my experience, it's my knowledge, whether it's just me praying with you, for you, behind the scenes, helping you with documentation so you can keep your place, helping you with documentation so that you can get jobs. I mean, put people in, and I really want to say this because I share tears. There are people on here that I allowed to eat off my plate. And you know exactly who you are. That's what I'm going to say. You ate off my plate, and I never let you eat off my plate so that I can say I let you eat off my plate. I'm bringing it up because there are people that I have put in the game. There are people that I have put in better positions. There are people that I have literally brought to the table so that they can eat from the table that I set. And they have totally ignored the situation. And most people know that I am for my people. I don't care what's going on. I am for my people. I've gone through so many different things that I should have been somewhere rested, somewhere on vacation, somewhere tapped out, just, hey, I don't want to do this anymore for no people, because I myself have been harmed long term from trying to help people. You don't become no target until you become a threat. So me saying this is saying simply, I have sown enough seeds all across the board to be able to have this situation under control right here. And this young lady, this really disturbed my spirit. If you ever looked into somebody's eyes and seen that they were on their last leg, that if you don't help me, I won't be helped at all. That God, if you don't show up for me today, then I won't be, nothing will happen. This will be it. And that is the look that this young lady had in her eyes. And that is what drawed me to want to go and help her. Nobody should have to go through the humiliation. Nobody should have to go through the degradation of having you and your children stuff. Nobody. And this is for anybody that's dealing with this. This is not just for this young lady. I know that there are millions of people that are dealing with this. And if they're not, they're getting ready to. Fooling with this government. But to stand by and see people drive in and out, not pay attention to this young lady, let her stuff be placed on the ground, it really did something, to me. So I took it upon myself to intervene and say, look, Lord, this young lady needs help, and you allowed this situation to come, before my eyes to see if we're going to really be about your business, or are we just going to sit here and practice, preach what we not practicing. So we got this young woman a storage. We took this young woman to a hotel. It's here on my timeline. We paid for this young woman a hotel, her place. We actually took her to go get a place because we know where there is a place that you can go and be approved the same day. Pay for the application fee, pay for the admin fee, put a deposit on it because the unit will not be ready until this Saturday, which means she can't move in until Sunday. So we got that out of the way. And then, some faithful people, and I want to thank you all. It's about maybe 12 of y'all, honestly. I want to thank you all for being selfless, that you have compassion still. You care about humanity. You're doing the will of God. You are actually out here being his hands, his feet. You're allowing him to use you in a capacity to bless your neighbor. So I want to thank y'all, okay, from the bottom of my heart. I don't get on here and ask nobody for nothing, but I want to thank y'all from the bottom of my heart for doing what you did do and come through for this young lady. We still got a few days for this young lady and her 2 babies to be in the hotel. That's for one. We need to make sure that they have food, not just shelter, but make sure they have food. She will need to pay a prorated rent from Saturday when the unit is done until the end of the month. She will be able to receive 4 weeks. I think it's a month free. Some type of promo they have, but it's a month free. You pay your prorated, your deposit, and then the next month is for free. So that is taken care of. That is good, but still gonna need food, still gonna need provision, still need a U-Haul, still need to get the stuff out of storage. Me and of course, my husband are helping her, but we need to get somebody else to help too. And we can find people that help for like $100 for 2 hours. So I wanted to come by here urgently. We are right down to the last, where we can just call this thing done and God get all the glory. Not only will God get all the glory for those who have stepped in and helped, this is an opportunity. And I want to be real with y'all and say this, with the way this administration and this whole entire world, not just America, this whole entire world is going, nobody is 100% prepared for what they are doing. And if I get a chance to come back here later on and show y'all what the hell is going on, it will let you know. Nobody is safe out here. That's why we need each other. That's first and foremost. We do need each other. And nobody out here is safe whatsoever. And we need to come together. We need to be able to rely on one another. If you ain't got it today and I got it, then you got it. And if I don't have it tomorrow and you got it, then I got it. That's how we have to start moving. That is what God is calling for us to do. It is no more, it's just me and my family and that's it. We're not prepared. And the only way we can receive from God is if we put something in his depository. You can't go to a bank account and ask to withdraw $1,000 and you ain't put $1 in that bad boy. We're going to need God more than ever. We're going to need God more than ever, because you know how many people have not prepared? You know how many people are not prepared for what is happening, what is going on? Do you know how many people? This is not the time to be selfish. I'm going to think about myself, because I'm going to tell you right now, it's not going to work. It's not going to work for me. It's not going to work for you. It's not going to work for any of us. If we give, it will be given back to us. Good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over, shall men give into our bosom. That's scripture. When we lend to the poor, the Lord himself will repay us. We need God to repay us. We're not in position. We're not prepared. We've been going along with this narrative that this government, have created for a long time. Our ancestors was a part of this narrative that they have created. And at the end, we see that's not working for us. So all the time that we have spent building, and investing into these businesses and buildings and corporations that have now taken what we have done, our labor, and what they have made off of us to now harm us, we're going to need God. And in order for us to even consider God looking out for us, who have we looked out for? It's a principle. It's a law of reciprocity. So I want to ask y'all, okay? I'm not even being catty. I'm not even being funny. God has opened my eyes to see so many things about so many people. And like I said, for the people that I have allowed to come sit at the table, you know what I'm saying, make a way for them, put them in position that they own family members, they own church apostles, pastors, all of that, have not put them in to just sit by and see me asking, could you help this young lady? And then you like everything else but this post. I'm going to start calling y'all out by name straight up. I'm going to just straight up start calling y'all out by name. What in the world? There's people on my timeline that was homeless that we put up for 6 months. They didn't have vehicles. We gave them our vehicles. And you literally seen this, me posting about this woman being in a similar situation. There were people who came in from different states who didn't have money for hotel room, for food, for flights, for any of that. We did that behind the scenes. And this is not, hey, I did this for you. This is simply a reminder. Did you forget where the hell you came from? Did you forget who was the people who helped you? How dare you look at me asking you for help for 3 women? This is the most urgent, most important, but for 3 women that have left domestically violent situations, being knocked out and knocked on, beat on, all of that stuff, and left that situation with their life and their children. And you mean to tell me all these thousands of people I got following me, all these people that show up to get free game, all of these people that show up, how can I change my life? How can I change my money? We can't get 100 of y'all to give $5, $10, $100, $50. It's not going to take nothing from you. It actually opens the door and allows for God to pour. It allows for God to use his word, his principle in your life. When you lend to the poor, I will repay you. Who can repay you better than God himself? When you lend to the poor, you ever get sick, you want insurance? They cut Medicare and Medicaid. When you give to the poor, go look the scripture up. On your bed of affliction, I will visit you and heal you. Do you understand me? There are so many provisions of when you help orphans and poor and widow. Not, well, they shouldn't have all these kids. And, well, what happened with this? That ain't none of our dang on business. It really isn't. This is women that are in situations, but this one is the most pressing. This is the one I initially came by here and asked for help. And then the other ladies is like, I see you asking for help for that, sister. Is there a way you can ask for us? And this is what's going on. We in a hotel, our kids, I would love to give. I don't have anything to give. I'm in the same situation. One woman I know personally was being abused while I was trying to help her with her business. I witnessed it firsthand. I did not know she was in a hotel, but her and her kids. These hotels is expensive. For one, it is really expensive to be homeless. You feel what I'm saying? And it ain't going to take nothing from us to help somebody, especially if we got somewhere to lay. If we got somewhere to lay today, if we got something to eat today, then we bless. Everything else that we have is excess because we have our needs met. And if we start thinking like that, if we start thinking that what I need, I have for today, now let me help somebody else have what I have for today, then there wouldn't be no poverty. There wouldn't be no homelessness. There wouldn't be any of that. I am really disgusted, y'all. I'm really disgusted. I'm like, Lord, I have given up so much of my life for my community. And you can get a handful of people to really come through the crap that I go through behind the scenes to just show up and help them and their family and give them game, put them on what moves they need to be making. And you still got to come back here days later and ask people, could you help? What in the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth is really going on? What is really going on? So I'm going to wrap this up by saying this. I'm asking for my family, my cousins. Could we come through and put this thing to rest? Why was the Good Samaritan the Good Samaritan? There was people on their way to church. They was going to the temple to worship and saw a man robbed and beaten laying on the side of the road and crossed over to the other side of the street. Saw it, but crossed over to the other side of the street. But here come a Good Samaritan who was not a believer. It was just a Good Samaritan traveling. Picked the man up, got off his donkey, put the man on his donkey, took him to an inn, a hotel, and told the hotel, whatever the fee is, I will pay it. Let this man lay up here and rest up. Let him, don't bother him. Everything is taken care of. Ain't no telling how long it took for him to recover. But the need was provided for in full. He didn't have to come back and say, hey, let me give you $10 for another day and let me go back out and ask the kingdom or ask somebody else for $5 to get him through another. The devil is a liar, yo. If you're going to be selfish, we are not equally yoked. You're going to have to move around for real, for real. And I really pray, Father, that you have already enlightened my eyes. I don't want the wrong people around me because the heart that I have, you gave to me. I'm not finna be out here helping nobody that can't help nobody else. The devil is a liar. That's a waste of my time. That's hurtful. That's painful. I don't want to see nobody's babies on no street. I don't want to see nobody's babies hungry. You understand? Mine's ain't going hungry and mine's ain't going on the street. And I dang on sure don't want to see nobody else, not my sisters, not my brothers. If it was you, I would do the same for you. You understand me? I want you to pay attention because what I'm doing for anybody else, I would do for you. And the sad part about it, we don't know when it'll be our turn. So when you sow, that's why I do it. When you sow into other people's needs, then God will always meet yours. Me and my children ain't never been hungry. I got 9 children. Why? Because I learned this principle. I learned this principle. He is always taking care of us. We ain't had to sleep on no street. We ain't had to be embarrassed or shamed to have our belongings put on no street. Why? Because I'm always sowing into this realm. Because where I sow, I also shall reap. And the devil ever tried me, baby. I got too many seeds in the ground. Don't ever come for me and my children. Even my children who are not 100% in God. They know of God, but deny the power thereof. They have a form of godliness. They still teeter-tottering. My children, my grown children, he still done blessed them and took care of them. They ain't never been on no street. You understand me? The seeds that we sow, whether good or bad, don't always have to come back to us in material form. It could be favor. It could be, adding on or extension to one of our loved ones' lives. It can come back in so many different forms, y'all. And with that, I'm just going to say, I'm asking y'all, I don't care if I got to be here. I will run this video all day. I don't care. I will blow up your timeline. I am the woman for the job. I am the woman for the job. If you don't want me blowing up your timeline, delete me. That's where I'm at with it. I'm going to agitate y'all on purpose until we get these situations settled, because this is the way we going to have to move here soon. I done showed y'all. Go back and watch the live videos from the last 2 lives. I done showed y'all what's coming down the pipeline. This is what God is saying. Real soon, we going to have millions that we going to have to really come together, glue together, and help each other out. If you are a selfish person, babe, you're not going to make it. You're just not going to make it. So with that being said, the Cash App, the ZELLE, the VENMO, the payment platforms that we could literally help is right here on the screen. Okay? I'm going to share this and then I'm going to go. Hold on one second. Just so y'all know, because I'm very transparent. I'm very accountable, you know, with what we doing with resources and finances and how we moving them around and different things of that sort. I don't mind showing y'all. I try to be very discreet, because nobody wants to be humiliated online. Nobody wants to, nobody wants people to know, hey, this is me. This is what I'm going through. Nobody wants that. I understand. This is embarrassing as hell. This is embarrassing to even be happening in America. So I share with y'all, this is one sister. Okay, her and her children, while building our home, our stability, and from the broken to beautiful ministry, God has kept us covered every step of the way. Right now, I'm reaching out with a specific need. We need to raise $1,065 in order to keep a safe roof over us for the next week. This is just a week, and it's real. The hotels, 150, 180, straight up, okay? This is another sister. I didn't see the story that you posted, Dr. T, but I'm homeless. Me and my children. Pause it. Okay, I walked away from a lot to be free, and I'm not going to expose who this person is, but I witnessed this person has lupus. This person is sick. Stress causes lupus to really get agitated. You trying to figure it out by yourself with your children your whole life is just, we didn't send the money. You see that? For food. Okay. You see that? For the room. You see that? For the room. Okay? We for the room. So we making sure. You see the hotel Friday to Sunday. You see this from Sunday to Tuesday. We're paying like this because people have come, they've given 20, they've given 50. I appreciate that. And I'm going to literally be praying, because the Lord gave me a word for everybody who give. There shall be a performance. We're doing exactly what we're saying we're doing. So with that being said, y'all, I got to get up out of here, because we got to go try to schedule to get a U-Haul, schedule to get a dolly, find somebody that'll help this woman. But we still need resources. Her prorated rent is $438. We need that. We need to get the U-Haul. That's like $120. We need to hire somebody to help us. This is me, my husband, and my 3 children with this woman and her 2 children. Okay? So we need her 3 children, excuse me. We need her to be able to get this stuff into her place. We found her the place. We took care of the deposit. We took care of the admin fee. We took care of the application fee. Some of our cousins came together, helped us put her in a room, but we trying to make her transition as permanent as possible. And then we can say, God, we did exactly what you've asked us to do. And from there on, whatever resources is available, that you would send those people and resources to her. She has a whole month free of rent. So that'll give her enough time to get on her feet so that she can pay the next month rent. But the other 2 sisters, they still need places. You know what I'm saying? If you can pray, share, give, it ain't going to hurt you. If you got $1, 2 quarters not going to hurt you, beloved. If you got $10, $5 not going to hurt you, love. We spend this crap on fast food. We spend this crap at Starbucks. We spend this crap at the convenience stores. Come on, bro. Come on, sis. Come on, cousins. I am asking you, okay? For all the hell that I have gone through to have to come out here and serve you, I'm asking you, let's put this thing to rest. In the mighty name of Jesus. And when I can come back, I will, because I'm going to be praying for everybody. God gave me a specific word for those who are giving and helping his people. There will be a performance. Okay. And I want to release that blessing over you, a 24-hour performance blessing over you. I'm going to do that. But right now, I got to go. I love y'all. I'm not trying to come on here and get on anybody, but the truth is the truth. It is what it is. The truth is the truth. People that looked at this, I can see the view count. If we got all 400 people that was being nosy to give $1, guess what? That'd be $400 right there towards the 438. I mean, look, it ain't hard. It ain't hard at all. But I will see y'all later. And I really appreciate those who are selfless and care.